Fort Santiago. The location of Fort Santiago was once the site of a palisaded fort, armed with bronze guns, of Raja Matanda, a Muslim Raja of pre-Hispanic Manila who himself was a vassal to the Sultan of Brunei. The fort was destroyed by Master de Campo, Master of Camp, Martin de Goyati who, upon arriving in 1570 from Cebu, fought several battles with the Muslim natives. The Spaniards started building Fort Santiago, Fort de Santiago, after the establishment of the city of Manila under Spanish rule on June 24, 1571, and made Manila the capital of the newly colonized islands. During the leadership of Fernando Valdez Guaitaman in the 1730s, a large semicircular gun platform to the front called Median Arana, half orange, and another of lesser dimensions to the river flank were added to the bastion of Santa Barbara. The casemates were then filled in and embrasures closed. He also changed the curtain wall facing cityward to a bastion front. A lower parapet, bordering the interior moat, connects the two bastions. On September 24, 1762, British forces led by Brigadier General William Draper and Rear Admiral Samuel Cornish invaded and captured Manila, and along with it Fort Santiago. It was during this time that the fort served as a base of operations for the Royal Navy until April 1764 when they agreed to a ceasefire with the Spanish. On August 13, 1898, the American flag was raised in Fort Santiago signifying the start of the American rule in the Philippines. The fort served as the headquarters for the U.S. Army and several changes were made to the fort by the Americans. One of these changes included the draining of the moats surrounding the fort. The grounds were then transformed into a golf course. During World War II, Fort Santiago was captured by the Japanese Imperial Army, and used its prisons and dungeons including the storage cells and gunpowder magazines for hundreds of prisoners who were killed near the end of the war. See Manila Massacre. The fort sustained heavy damage from American and Filipino military mortar shells during the Battle of Manila in February 1945. Also, approximately 600 American prisoners of war died of suffocation or hunger after being held in extremely tight quarters in the dungeons at Fort Santiago. Today, the fort, its bastions, and the prison dungeons for criminals used by the Spanish officials, is now part of a historical park which also includes the Plaza Morianes and several ruins. The park houses well-preserved legacies from the Spanish colonial period including memorabilia of José Rizal at the Rizal Shrine, a replica of his ancestral house in Laguna Province. Adaptive use of this famous historical landmark makes certain areas ideal for open-air theater, picnics, and as a promenade. The Intramuros Visitors Center gives an overview of the various attractions in the walled city. Fort Santiago.